What's up? So we're gonna be doing some shirts, some hoodies, some other stuff today. But it's been a while. So what's up? So we're gonna do some shirts, some hoodies. What's up, Flex? Just setting this stuff up. I mean, been setting it up for a while, but we're finally getting ready to start this. San Antonio, what's up? Here we go. What's up? How's it going? All right, so what I want to do before we start this is I want to read something that I just got from, if you guys don't follow him, go check out Sean at SE Shirts and Hoodies. So he's doing a giveaway. So Sean, SE Shirt and Hoodies, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. First prize is a 330 TX DTG Pearl pre-cheat machine and a heat press or $15,000 in cash. Martin, what's up? So that's the first prize. Second prize is a semi-pro Riley Hopkins setup or $2,000 in cash. That's a giveaway, right? And then third prize, refund. I'm not sure what that means. But it also says proceeds will go to the Fernando Vargas Fighting Foundation to make the renovation repairs, selling 500 shirts at $100 a piece. Let me see. Oh, okay, so in order to join this giveaway, he's selling 500 shirts, right? So and each shirt, one shirt costs $100, right? So if you go to his, I'm not sure where he has them at, but if you guys go to SE Shirt and Hoodies on YouTube or Instagram, I'm pretty sure he's gonna post a video about it. Yeah, so he's gonna be posting a video with all the details. So if you guys are interested in this, make sure you go over to SE Shirt and Hoodies. First prize is a DTG, a pre-treat, a heat press, or $15,000 in cash. Second prize, semi-pro Riley Hopkins setup, or $2,000 in cash. And third prize is a refund. I guess you refund him the $100. I'm not sure. Right, so I wanted to let you guys know about that. If you guys are interested, it's at SE Shirt and Hoodies. Look up him on YouTube or Instagram, either one. So we're gonna turn this on. Hopefully you can hear me. We got the flash dryer on. You guys can see from there. Got the camera over there, but this is what we're using right here. Of course, you guys know I got sponsored from Anatol, so we're using all this Anatol equipment, right? We're gonna start off. We're gonna be doing a one-color job. We're starting off with a one-color job, so hopefully you guys can see this. We're doing this print right here, and then they have some really small shirts, so we're going to switch it over to this one because that image, the first image, won't fit on these little shirts right here. So it's for a gym, and then so we're doing two jobs, right? We're doing a one-color job, and then we're doing a two-color job or a three-color job with a white underbase. So we have the white underbase. I've already set it up. These are going on black. So there's the white underbase. We have the green underbase. The green Kelly green, so we're using Kelly green and then yellow. Right, so that's what we got. And then of course, you guys can see that this right here makes everything a whole lot easier when it comes to lining up stuff because of those lasers up there from Anatol. Okay, easy airbrush. I appreciate you checking out his channel. So he just got a full setup of, what is it? The green stuff. What is it called? Ryanette. He just got a full shop with an automatic over there. So, and then he does DTG and he does embroidery. And as you guys know, if you guys can see, can you see it? Where's it at? There it is, right there. We got the Racoma also. So we have the Racoma MT1501 over here that we're still practicing on because that thing takes practice, you know what I mean? So I've done my training with Racoma already. We're pretty much ready to go ahead and start doing stuff on it. So we're gonna print these orders and then hopefully whenever we finish this, I don't know how long this is gonna take. You guys could chill. If you don't wanna chill, you could leave, come back later, but I'm pretty much gonna leave this on live until we finish both of these orders, right? So here's the test print I did with the green and the yellow. So that looks good. It has a white underbase. Looks good, right? Right, so let's get started. Make sure you put the shirt on there right. Right? So the good thing about these shirts is they have seams, right? On both sides. So when it comes to lining this up, this is the way I do it. This is the way I do it. Everybody has their ways of doing things. I always tell you guys this is the way I do it. So I usually hold it by the seams so that whenever I put it on here, I know that I have them both right there. So when I pull it back, I can feel both of the seams underneath here. So if the seams were off a little bit, if one seam is tucked under here more and one's up here, I know my shirt is crooked so that I can adjust it. And then I have my laser set up to where whenever I bring this image over here, it's gonna fit 3 fingers underneath where I want it to go, right? So the good thing about it is if I put 3 fingers right here, and I turn on this laser, right? This laser right here, you probably can't see it from there, but this second laser is 3 fingers under. So if I bring this here, and I look at this image when I push it down, it's 3 fingers, it's right there by that laser, so I know that it's gonna print 3 fingers under that, right? So remember, you don't wanna go too high, you don't wanna go way too low either, right? So yeah, get that B-Flex vinyl. All right, so we're gonna add some ink to this. Start loading our shirts on. So I've done this print already before. So this is a repeat job for him. So I already have my registration marks blocked off. I use a glove just so I don't get no ink on my hands so that I don't transfer it to the shirt. Right? So we're gonna go ahead, luckily with this we can line up 6 jobs at a time. So we're going to do that. duplex vinyl something else, huh? The Ultra Read from Stalls. No, I haven't tried Stalls. Stalls reached out to me like they did a lot of the other YouTubers and offered me to promote their vinyl, but since I'm the owner of the vinyl stand, like what sense does that make for me to promote another company when I'm trying to sell my own vinyl? You know what I mean? So I turned down Stalls. I was gonna work with Heat Transfer Warehouse, but I turned down them. So Stalls, Heat Transfer Warehouse, I think those are the last two that reached out to a lot of people. Stalls, Heat Transfer Warehouse. But like the embroidery machine, I had like that was a no-brainer, right? Alright, so we got 6 on there. We're gonna start knocking these out. So what I was doing is so the good thing about this one here is it's got different levels on it. So it has 3 different levels on here, and you could use the 1, 2, or 3. But since this is a pretty good size image, I'm gonna do this first one, and I'm going to see if I need the third one. Toronto, what's going on? Manny. So also make sure you have the right off contact whenever you're doing this. So make sure you have the right off contact. Lock it in. Like ink. So hopefully we can use one pass. Hopefully we can do it in one pass. I had to use a 280 screen, which I don't prefer to use with black, but I was out of screens. They're all dirty, so I had to use it. So but there it is. If you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. But see, we're 3 fingers under it, and we'll put it under the flash dryer. Should be good. So we'll keep doing these. Still trying to learn this flash dryer over here. So I did a whole bunch of shirts yesterday, and we printed the back of the shirt, and then the front was a picture. And whenever I printed the picture, well, whenever we screen printed the back, we were getting the back of the shirt and laying it over the top of the shirt. And laying it over the top of the shirt, and we got some ink from the back of the shirt to come up right here. So yeah, the post office sucks right now. That was 6. That fast. Let's see. Sketch to Designs. What's going on? Hey Manny, what's going on? Yeah, I haven't done a live in a while. We just been so busy. And if I do a live, it's because like I'm printing, right? I'm just like, I'm gonna print and let's go live just so that I can go live because it's been a while. So after I printed it once, like I said, you still have to be careful because this thing can still be wet. So what I like to do is swing it around again, just pop it off of here and swing it under there. Let me do this. Let's see how that looks. I moved it over to there. All right, so there it is. So that's the flash dryer that we're using, right? So I'll pop it off, then I'll move it under there. Just to, I could turn it up, right? But what I did a little while ago is I printed them one of these shirts right here, and at the bottom of it, it burned it. And since it was for a gym, I just gave it to them because they're probably gonna cut it anyways. But right here, it was like hard and toasty. So you got to be careful with this thing because this thing gets really hot, really fast. Show you when I'm bringing it around. Got a Christmas present when you got here? What do you mean? So this is good, right? But I don't know if you can see that, how it looks rough. So since I don't have a flattening screen on here, it's usually like automatics that have them, or you'd have to have a flattening screen that would have nothing on it and you have a roller. So as soon as it comes out of the flash dryer, what you do is you then roll it to flatten out the print. But what I do is I just put it under the heat press. So here's the print. This is the design that I came up with them. The design I came up for them. The design I came up with for them. So here it is. Where's the camera? There it is. Somewhere. So looks good. Usually I use this right here to put my prints on. Keep it going. So whenever I'm doing this right here, whenever I'm adding shirts, I come over here and I turn this down. I will turn them off. Someone's coming in. Oh, no, we're good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You have a blessed day.
You too. So I turned that off. Like I said, I turned that off so it doesn't burn the shirt when I'm spinning it. She wanted to know I wanted fresh produce. So the lightning and the thunder, you can use the same. So I'm using the 20 by 24. But you can get bigger. show you in a minute. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Let me just put these on here real quick. So with this print, we're not using the conveyor dryer, but whenever we do the 3-color job, I will be using that over there. So on this, you guys don't know or you guys have never done this. This is PMI tape, double-sided tape. It's used to hold down the image so that it doesn't move around. This right here. So you can take water and wash it off if you have to. Wipe it down so that you can make it sticky again. But with t-shirts, I usually don't have to redo it. You know what I mean? I can use these for a while. It's when it comes to hoodies is when it starts to get big. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. So here, right, so with this right here, and the lightning, I believe the lightning is the same way. With this, you can use any size screens because you can adjust these here. You can adjust these out. So as long as your screens will fit from here to there, you can use a screen that big. I just have the 20 by 24, I think. So that's what I use. The 20 by 24s. I want to get the bigger ones because I have the Anatol registration system, but it doesn't take these screens. So I gotta order the bigger ones to use that. So is what it is. And whenever you start to print again, don't forget to turn this back on. Like I just did. So, make sure you turn it back on so that it will flash your print. Because you don't want it to be wet. Kenny, what's going on, Kenny? Can you imagine weeding this design? I would hate to weed this design. Same old, right? Turn this down a little bit. Make sure you turn it down. You don't want to mess it up. Because I think I just did that to one of them. I'll show you in a minute. So with this one, you can adjust the temperature, and you can adjust how many seconds it sits under there. So this thing is tricky whenever it comes time to it, but it's one of those things you just gotta mess with. You know what I mean? See all that smoke that comes? You can see it. Like this, look. See how it did that? That's what you don't want. So we gotta redo this thing. What size is this? Large. I wouldn't give that to them just because the way it is. Jesse Gibson, what's going on? Screen printing a job that I got today. It's for a gym, but they got 2 designs that I'm doing. 2 different designs. I'll show you in a minute. Just flashing these. Make sure that they are good to go. And once they're good to go, I will put them under the heat press so that they will be nice and smooth. They'll have a nice, flat, smooth finish on them. You know, it'll feel just like vinyl. It's crazy. Probably can't even tell the difference. next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move on to the hoodies, but I'm gonna add, like I told you, we'll try one and see how it goes. So for these, using Bella Canvas hoodies, so just be careful, because I don't think I ordered extra of these because they're so expensive. So to do this, what I'm looking for, I want to make sure that this laser is running straight down the middle of this hoodie, right? This laser, if it's in the middle of this, and it's in the middle of this seam right here, then we should be good. Let's print it. Good. Looks good, just like that. It's a big hoodie, huh? Hey, how many 3X was it? For the green driver? Is there more than one? Yeah. Just one? So there's two 3X. Oh, so the other one's at the convenience, right? So, I almost printed. So we ordered two extra 3X. This is a 3X. That's 3X. This. For the hoodie, right? Huh? So I almost printed extra. So we have a 3X and then we have extra ones. I didn't know we ordered extra ones, but that's the 3X, right? So how many cups were there? You have the numbers up? Yeah. One, So, next ones we're doing. So we're still waiting on like 20 something hoodies to come in. All of them didn't come in. How many are we missing? We're missing 19 hoodies. 19 hoodies. So we're doing these, right, for the gym. Little crop tops, right? Right, so this is the ones we're doing right here. Let me see, let me go back. Let me see. Joe, I remember you on the video about your screen burning equipment. I used to use a sponge. I still have it. I still have all that stuff that I used to use before I have the big one now. I still have that stuff over there. So same thing with this. This has a seam here. This has a seam here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna turn this down so we don't burn these hoodies, because these were more expensive than the other ones. And these are, it's like the smaller the clothes get, the more expensive they are, right? So this one's a small. So like these shirts were one price. So let's just say this. These were the cheapest shirts, right? These. These got a little bit more expensive. Less fabric, more expensive. This one was even more expensive. Smaller of a shirt. So, smaller the shirt, the more they cost. No, I'm not selling it, Kenny. So, same thing with this. I'm going to take this seams on both sides, put it on here, center it, find my seams underneath. Find my seams underneath to make sure that we are in the middle. Then we can just smash it in. I'm not selling it because I'm going to use it for the trailer if we ever get to use the trailer. So if I ever get to use the trailer, I'll have that one. Anatol was telling me that they wanted to make one for the trailer, but if they don't make one for the trailer, then at least I have that one to use. So we'll see. So this one should be 8. Crop tops are one of the same size print, right? The big one? This one in the crop tops? It was just the little shirts, right? Trickier than vinyl when putting these things on there, I'll tell you that. Vinyl you could just put the T-square down like this. Put your T-square, you know you're good. This is a little bit more tricky because of the way it goes around. So push it on, pull it back, line it up, feel for your seams. Like this one I can feel right here, 3 fingers, and I feel over here I got 4 fingers, so I know I need to shift this over a little bit. If anybody has a different way of doing it, please let me know. How do you do it, Jason? Oh, Jason's here? Jason. No, not Jason. I thought Inns was here. Graphics Warehouse, what's up? So we got that. Now we're gonna do same image. They got the same image on there. So our image is gonna go right here to the second one right there. So let's see. We're using the Bella Canvas 7500, something like that. Big image to fit on this crop top. Do it. That's what they want. Yeah, I've seen people do with automatics. They're just like, boom, boom. I'm like, I guess they're straight all the time. I don't know, but like me, I like to, like, check. You know what I mean? Because last thing you want to do is put on a shirt and it's like, it looks like this, right? You put on a shirt and it's like, yeah. That's what I try to avoid. Try to avoid that. Yes, Kenny, it's already on here. See? I know you said I probably already answered it, but there it is right there. So it actually attaches to this. And then the wire, the power wire runs through this and plugs into the back of that right there. So makes it a whole lot easier. People have been asking me if it was on the ceiling, but it's not on the ceiling. All right, we're gonna do this. This is what they want. This is what they get. I'm gonna adjust the off contact. So you loosen this right here, this bottom nut, and then you just turn it. And then when you get it in place, you just tighten it back up. That's how easy it is. The other one, I would have had to use 9/16 wrench and all that other stuff to loosen that. And whenever you do that, you have to grab onto something so that it doesn't move. And that's when you can misalign this right here. So the good thing about this one is you don't have to do that. So we got good off contact there. I want to bring this up just a little bit. And the good thing with this, check this out. So what I'm going to do is, if you look at this one, with 3 fingers right here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Because you see how big this is? Well, that's what they want, so I'm okay with it. That's what they want. Let me flash this one to dry it up. So if I'm doing multiple colors like we're gonna do in a minute, that's when I would use my palette adhesive so that it doesn't stick to the next color and pull it up and mess up your registration. So here it is. It's big, but that's what they want. So by me doing that, touching and filling and all that good stuff, you can see we got a nice centered image, right? You want me to, what does it say, model it for you? Yeah, right. See my tummy and all that? What's up, Impossible Co? Yeah, if I were to put this on, y'all see my tummy sticking out, but now we're good. As long as we got what they want, right? So what I'm gonna do is I wanna move this up and I'm gonna show you real quick how easy it is to do that without messing up any registration. So I'm trying to bring y'all a little bit closer. Just bring you in right here. As long as the screen don't hit you, we're good. Right, so can you see this? I can't tell. Right, so I moved my laser up to here, right? I have 2 lasers here right now. So 2 lasers, right? Hopefully you can see this, turning it back on, right? So you can see the laser is here. It was down here because that's where I was putting it. But what I want to do is, because this image is so big, I want the image to be closer to up here. So if I was using something other than this that didn't have these side clamps, I would have to mess with all of this back here, right? So I don't have to with this. I just loosen these, loosen that, and now I'm just gonna bring this up to where I want it. So I want, like I said, I want this top of this bar to be at the top of that laser. Once I got it there, I'm just checking my laser here, make sure that it's lined up. So these side ones, I don't have a laser on this side one that goes this way, right? But as long as I got this one, this up and down one straight, we're good. So we're good. So that's the good thing about this. I can do all of this to this thing right here. Move this thing all over how I want, right? So, you saw that? Did y'all see that? So make sure you don't have, I was checking to make sure I didn't have nothing under here. Because what you don't want to do is have a shirt or a hoodie or whatever you're printing under here. And then you start doing this and start moving it around and you smear ink all over your garment, right? So make sure there's nothing under there. Right, so bring it to the top. But with the off contact, you should be good. But if you're pushing down on it, that's when you have to be careful. Right, so we're gonna line it back up. We got our laser straight here, our laser straight down there. Once I got it set, all I gotta do is just tighten these back up. That easy. Just like that. So now, whenever I bring this next hoodie over, see? Hit it. Alright, so now when I bring this next hoodie over, can't edit that part out, right? Alright, so when I bring this over, we check it. See how high we are now? You can see this little black spot? We're way up here now instead of, so now we're 2 fingers instead of 3 fingers. So we brought it up a little bit. Right? So now we're gonna print this one. Make sure we're tight. Good. It's higher up here. Just because this image is so big, but if you look here, right? If you look here, 3. If you look here, now we're 2. Higher. It's for a female too, so females' stuff is usually higher than males. You know what I mean? So should be good. And the good thing is, whenever I set this up, I measure this, right? From here to here, I measure all of them at 11 inches, so I know all my palettes are gonna be the same. So that whenever I put my shirts on here, wherever I have my lasers, I know they're always gonna be the same. I don't know if there's a different way for people to do that, to figure that out, or they just put the palette on there and then they do their thing and then they just leave it. But for me, I measure it from back there to the front at 11 inches, and that's how I get all the exact same for these palettes right here, to be exactly the same. You can't see this, but I'm getting the hoodie. The hoodie is sticking to this, and that's how you can mess up registration. So we're good. And that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid that because we're good. But that's what you want to avoid. So like if I was doing multiple colors, that one would be in trouble right now. It would be in trouble because how much do you charge per shirt you sell? You say you're using Bella Canvas tee. Someone just put a comment down below. So it all depends on there's a whole bunch of different Bella Canvas t-shirts. It all depends on which ones you buy. You know what I mean? If you go in the description down below, or go to the website, heartandhustleprinting.com, you go to the website, you can actually order shirts from us from there. So we are slightly, on a lot of our stuff, we're slightly under Jiffy shirts. So we haven't really pushed that yet because we just started doing that. So if you go to heartandhustleprinting.com, scroll to the bottom, what does it say, Emily? Custom apparel, or what? Not custom apparel, blanks? What's that? Under blanks? Okay. So so there's a section where it says blanks. Underneath the blanks, there's another section right there where you can click that. It'll take you to the website where you can order shirts, right? So then, like I was saying, we are slightly under Jiffy shirts, so check them out. Because as you know, Jiffy shirts, they outsource their shirts, right? So check it out. Maybe you guys want to order some shirts from Art and Hustle Printing, right? Right. So we're gonna do the next one. But like I was saying, with that one, if we were doing more than one color, we'd be in trouble, and that's why I use this. I need to get a little bottle for it. This right here. It's a water-based, pressure-sensitive adhesive. And this is once we start doing these other ones. I think I got a couple hoodies with the other ones, and because it's a 3-color job, we got the white underbase, the green, and the yellow. That's where this comes in handy. Something like this, I prefer this over the web spray. The web spray, you spray that stuff down, and a lot of the fibers will stay on your palette. And as you are printing more and more and more and more, as the palette becomes not sticky, you got to put more of that spray down. The more spray you put down, the more little hairballs you're gonna get. And from my experience using it, maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. The inside of the hoodies is really nasty, tacky from that web spray, and it's got a lot of those hairballs from other stuff inside of there. So again, maybe it was something that I did. I don't know. I'm not a professional at this. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be like you guys, right? But that's my experience with web spray over the palette adhesive. Would you recommend using vinyl for screen printing? I've seen some lady on YouTube doing it. I think her channel is Pigskin or Pigtails. I don't know. I've seen people do it, but the thing that you will come in trouble with when you do that is you might get bleeding. And when I say bleeding is under here with a stencil like this with the emulsion, this ain't gonna move. This emulsion or this screen is not gonna move. If you were to use sticker vinyl and put it on here, maybe I could do a video on that. Put a sticker vinyl on here and try it out. It'll probably be good, but only for so many prints. You probably can get, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna tell you can probably get 10 and then you try it and you only get 2. You know what I mean? But you take that chance of it moving around. You take that chance of it bleeding underneath the screen. And if it bleeds underneath the screen, say this image right here, how it's nice and sharp, you're gonna have like splotchiness coming out of the sides of it. So you won't have that really, really sharp image. What's a good blank for screen printing and vinyl? Did I read that right? Yeah, so 1979 Joe, what's up? Hey, check out the next video that I'm gonna post. The last video that I just posted. I think I went through the whole process. Of doing the art, burning the screens, washing out the screens, putting emulsion. So check out that last video, right? Sandrick Aguilar, this is the Anatol Thunder. I keep getting them confused. The Anatol Thunder, this is the Thunder. The Lightning, from what I know, is exactly the same, but has skinnier arms. So if you look at this one over here, you see how fat it is? So you could push down. If you have to, for some reason, you have to push down harder on it, you have a more stable platform with this one compared to the Lightning, which has the little, right here has a little skinny arm that goes across here. When Anatol reached out to me, we won't get into that. But this right here is, I love it. You know what I mean? And if you can get this to help you out, go for it. So let's see. What garment brands are you printing on? I'm using all Bella Canvas. So these are Bella Canvas crop top hoodies right here. And then I just did these shirts that we did right here are Next Level. So those are the main 2 brands that I use, Next Level and Bella Canvas. A lot of people like the way they feel. Like the gym that we're doing these for, of course you sweat, so this has more of it's not polyester, but it's like 50-40, I think it is. So it has a nice, really, really nice soft touch to it. And then we're gonna be doing this, and then here's the back. It's for the gym also, but these are also Bella Canvas. Those these right here. These are next level. So those are the two main brands that I like to use. But everybody has their preference. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you can look at this. So right here, I don't know if you can see this. Right here in this kettlebell right here, there's like a little slit in there. And up here, there's a little fiber that was on there. See if you can see that. That was on there. So that caused that to happen. But I think it's something that I'll see. So what I don't want to do is, because of the way these, there's not a lot of tack to it. We'll see. We'll come back to it and look at it in a minute. So it's also good to use a lint roller on this right here. If you use a lint roller to get any lint off, that's probably what that was. It was probably a piece of lint that was on there. And then whenever I printed it, it just went from here up here. So. Looks good. So the next one, we got two more of these. What kind of Manny? Oh, Joe. I know you have a. You saying like printing good for what? Besides screen printing? Is that what you're asking? I would say the printer that we use here, I would show you a job that I did yesterday, but it was a memorial shirt, so I won't show the picture that was on there. I did some yesterday on the inkjet print paper, and we used the Epson 40. So I have the Epson 4750 at my house, and that's what we use at my house. But here we just bought. For here, for this shop, we bought the Epson 2760, and that one prints really good if you're trying to do like prints for shirts. Look at that one. We just did 40 shirts for someone yesterday, so try those out. Oh, we got a subscriber. Why is it behind? Move it to the front. All right, so we got two. Appreciate y'all. If you're here in this chat, I appreciate you guys joining Hard Hustle Printing. Thank you guys. Let me get some more of these questions real quick. Yeah, they are blends. These are blend shirts. I'm not sure. I can have them look at the invoice to tell you. Do you know what numbers these were? Can you look at the invoice and see? She's gonna look at the exact number and tell me the number. Yeah, if you guys ever have a question, or you ever guys want to order from us, the number, our phone number to this shop is down below. If you guys need anything, let me know. So for the t-shirts, these right here, these we use the 610, the next level 610. Well, next level 6010 for these. And then for our crop tops, the crop tops, these right here that we're printing right now, we use the 6682. Oh no, I'm sorry. The crop tanks. So one of these, I don't know if it's this one or the other one. This one or this one. this one or this one, we use the 6682. These are the 7502s. And then the hoodies that we're waiting for, those were a different brand because I think Bella Canvas or Next Level, they were both out. So I gotta look to see what those are. And then the 6733 are the ones that we use for this order. So there it is. I didn't want to go all the way to the top, but there it is. So let's do this side. Got one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is number 8. The hoodies. If I miss your question, if you had a question, my fault. It all depends. I had a customer bring me, the last video I did was halftones on a white shirt. It was a black print on a white shirt, and he brought me the shirts. I just charged him to print them, but I think they were American Apparel shirts, and they worked pretty good. That should be it for this one here, for this image that we're working on right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run back here. I'm gonna turn on the heat press real quick. So let me go run over there. I have my phone so I can answer questions. You don't have to do the HHP 2021. Just hey, if you guys want to get stickers, go check out Jason Warehouse. And you can get 10% off of stickers. You don't have to do 10% for me. I appreciate it though. Yeah, just be careful whenever you're doing. How much did the Thunder cost? Ahmed, if he's still here. I didn't pay for this. I got sponsored by Anatol. So I don't hide it from nobody. I tell everybody straight up that I got sponsored from Anatol, so they sent me this equipment. So I'm very, very pleased that they reached out to me and offered me this equipment. I don't tell anybody that I bought it. I don't try to act like I bought it. Straight up tell everybody that I was sponsored this. So if you guys look back there, where's it at? Right here. He's got the Racoma MT 1501, so we're gonna be doing videos on that soon too. Same thing with Racoma. Racoma reached out to me, very pleased. Anatol reached out to me. Racoma reached out to me, very pleased. You know what I mean? I couldn't, like I told you guys in the last video, it was because of you guys, right? I'm not gonna tell you that I went and bought it and make it sound like things are always going good. You know what I mean? Because it gets slow, but then it picks up and it gets really, really busy. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sanmar, Bella Canvas, yeah, they're all out of stock. Yep. So the reason I turn on the heat press is because what I'm gonna do now is I'll probably have Emily back there. She's gonna take this under the heat press, put it under the heat press at probably 320 degrees for 25 to 30 seconds. We put parchment paper over it. So if you look at it, you see how rough this is, whenever we put it underneath that, it's gonna give it a nice smooth finish, and it's gonna feel just like vinyl. Sometimes you can't even tell. So like if say I was doing a 2-color job and I did that black and it had like a little piece of yellow or just like a little piece, right? You could probably put it under the heat press and then press that piece of vinyl, and someone that doesn't know won't know. You know what I mean? They won't know that you screen printed it and then put vinyl. Do you have any of these shirts left over, actually? We have a large. Well, let me see. A what? Yeah, medium, you said? Yeah, try it. See what happens. I just turned it on right now. The parchment paper should be in there too. So I had those two that felt like it got too hot and it wrinkled up. So we're just gonna redo those. Redo those two. So we're doing one right now. And then the next one. I'm saying that thing, that over there, you have to be careful with it. You have to be very careful with that right there because it can get very, very hot. I guess if you were doing like a job for someone, say like a 5K run, where someone ordered like 1,000 shirts or something, then I guess you could just throw these on here because they're really not even gonna look at them. You're just gonna give them out to people that do the runs, and it is what it is. You get what you get, right? But this is for certain people, so we gotta make sure that we get these right for them. Nice and straight, right? You have to be careful with this too. So the way this thing locks in, I thought I had messed up one of these pallets right here. I'll show you why I thought that. Alright, let me turn this thing down until we set up the next job. So what I did one time is I had this thing and I took a shirt off like right here to where this thing was moving around, and since it didn't lock in, whenever I was taking the shirt off, it kept doing that right there, and this thing made like a super big bubble under there, and I thought I had messed it up. It's a good thing I did it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut that off for a little bit because take these off. Take these. I'm gonna take these over there so we can get them heat pressed so they'll be nice and smooth. Yeah, I always order extras all the time. All the time. So here's the next one. Where do you want these at?
The box part, I didn't like press it instead of to this part already came out, it's just this part.
Oh.
So I think once I fully press it.
Yeah, just let it get, so there shouldn't be too much pressure. Because you want to, especially with like the color, the 3-color job we're going to do, like if you put too much pressure, you'll smash the ink and it'll spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, let me show you. These are extras right here. These are all extras, just in case. Yeah, look, we almost have like a whole box of extra shirts. So, put that over there. Take these. Jason's still here, or did he leave? Here's the hoodies. We just got this in at the vinyl stand. You guys need some Valentine's Day HTV. Check that out. Roses, hearts, HTV. So this is just a print and cut. You can do it out of a garage. JBM Designs, you can do it out of a garage. If you watch Rye Beats, he does everything out of his garage. I have this here. I have my conveyor dryer right there. I'll show you guys in a minute whenever we start the 3-color job, because we're going to turn it on to fully cure those over there. But Rye does it all in his garage. My exposing unit, we have back here. If you go back there to the right, we have a restroom in there, and that's where I have my dark room for my exposing unit. And then that restroom has a shower, and that's what I use for my washout booth. I just got lucky with this place. I got it for a really good price. So I wouldn't know the recommended space, but I know this thing is probably 10 feet all the way around. So I remember whenever they were talking to me, they were telling me what I was going to need whenever it came time for it. So you do need about 10 feet from this pallet to that pallet over there, probably about 10 feet. And then if you got the, what is it, the flash dryer? Not the flash dryer, the conveyor. Yeah, that thing. Let me show you. Jason left. He left. He wanted to do 10%, but he left. All right. So, yeah. So we got that, and then if you come over here, that's my conveyor dryer, also from Anatol. What we're gonna do is whenever we start this 3-color job, is we're gonna have more of the rotation of all of these up here. We'll have more rotation of this because we're doing the white underbase, because these are going on black shirts, the green, and the yellow. So we got 3 different colors we're working with. But before we get into that, we just finished this job. We finished this print on those. Now we're switching over to a smaller one. This is a 6-inch piece for these little tiny shirts right here. So we're going to be working on these. JBM design. Yeah, that'll be cool if you do that. So these, we're going to put these same way. With these, because these are girl shirts. These are girl shirts. The design can go farther up here. And especially whenever you're doing something like this. When you're doing something like this, because of the way it hangs, you don't want to go 3 fingers under, because then the print's going to start here and then come way down here. So with this, you want to come a lot closer to the top. So we're going to start with these. Make sure that the right numbers. 2, 3. The 6682, is that, do you know if that's these right here? It says 3 smalls and 1 extra small. Small.
I think these are the tops.
These.
Yeah, crop tank. So that's these.
So we need extra small. We need 1.
Of the black.
Oh, so this one is 2 smalls. See? That's why I got you. So we're gonna put this one. We're gonna bring this one back to same spot that we did the last one. Yeah, same spot we did the last one. Check for our alignment. I'm gonna put this right under this, whatever this is right here. That collar, whatever. Where I'll sit here and mess with a shirt forever just to get it right. have 3 of these, 3 smalls and a medium. No, I don't have a setup for a screen printing mask. I don't do a lot of masks here. No, I haven't done any actually. I haven't done any masks. We make a lot of masks here, but we don't screen print them. Right, so we're gonna give it a go. These little shirts are so tricky. They're so small. I don't want to print it wrong. And they're thin, so since they're so thin, I'm gonna turn down the heat. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of these on there too. Albert, I'm not ignoring your question. I just can't read Spanish. My bad. So I'm not ignoring your question, but I just can't read Spanish. So you see this right here, if you can see this laser, I'm coming right underneath it so that we can get it right there. Make sure you put it on the right way too. Make sure it's not inside out. Keep putting these on backwards. Oh, how much do I sell them for? Price range? It all depends on what I'm doing. So I do have a price sheet that when people come in, they can see our price sheet for one color job, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Setup fee, all that good stuff. So with this gym right here, they actually are doing 2 designs. So with this gym right here, we're going to be doing 2 different designs a month for their members. So that's cool. So this is going to be like a constant thing that's going on. So for them, I don't charge them as much as I would charge somebody else that's doing it. Like the job that I did yesterday, it's a one-time job, and they paid a lot more than what they would pay. All right, so we're good. Just want to make sure I just put this on here. I didn't register it or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead. Since it's a whole lot easier to do it on here. So we'll just make sure that our registration marks. So what I like to do is to off contact for this, drop it all the way down, push this all the way down so that the screen is sitting flat on the garment, so that while I'm doing this with no ink on it, don't do it with ink on it, I can move this how I need it, line it up with this laser here, the top and on the bottom, just like that. And when I get it in place, got it how I want it, and then tighten these up just a little bit so that I can go ahead and tighten them all the way down. And now, if you can see this, I'm not sure if you can, this laser is running straight through here and straight across here. And then I can mess with my off contact by right here, turning this, and now we have that plate in here, right? So then, this bottom one, tighten it back up. Now we have our off contact on this. So I have my registration marks already ticked off. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to get another squeegee. Use the same one for this. Going to grab more ink. I'm just going to come over here to this one and take it off of here. Right, so put it all on here. Bring it over here. Like that. Contact is good. Light. So there it is. Nice little print. I'm not using any PMI tape around here. You guys can see that. Because I know where I'm supposed to stop and go, but if you're not too sure, you can always do like I did this one here, just to be on the safe side. Use this tape right here. I use the PMI tape, but it's up to you what kind of tape you want to use. So then flash it again. Bring on this one. So we are getting it to stick because right here is the double-sided adhesive tape, so I could probably use a smaller squeegee so it doesn't do that, but it's only a couple, so I'm not worried about it. pass under there. Turn it up just a little bit. For this one, I'm using 230 just because I was out of the 155s and the 110s. But usually for a print like this, I would use 110 or 155. Turn this back down. Same shirts, we're just doing these. We already finished those other ones. We're just gonna start adding these on here. That's it. These are the last two for this one. It's a different press. Is that what it is that you're talking about? This off. Right, so that's it for our green shirts. There's the little tiny one. How do they feel? Do they come out of there good? So now when you look at this, see if you can see it. See that it's nice and smooth. Look at that. So this came out good. Now that we put it under the heat press, all the fibers that were in the shirt that did stick back up after we printed it are gone. So that looks really good. And this right here will outlast this shirt. So good. These are next, black ones. So we got some of these in black, but this print that we're doing, we gotta make them another screen because this one here is too big. So 1, 2. So these 4 won't be done. See what this looks like. So this is still too big for this one. We gotta size that one down. But for the rest of these, we can. We're gonna be doing a couple shirts. 3 hoodies. So the hoodies, because we gotta put white underbase on the hoodies. You know how if you've done it before, you know how the fibers on the white will stick up. So for this one, I'm using a 280 for the white. I'm using a 255. What happened?
The tank print came out on it. I don't know if it's looking. Should I use it for that?
The what came out? Oh yeah, just adjust the pressure. So we're using a 255 on this one and a 255 on this one, just because the detail that's in it. If you look at this, if you look at this B, see the detail that's in that? Because they wanted that font that has that stuff in it, those lines in it. Also, here's the one that I did yesterday, right? Screen printed this in the back. And then what happened was whenever we screen printed this in the back, the front of this right here, the back of it wasn't completely dried. Yeah, the fibrillation. So the back of it wasn't completely dry on some of them, not all of them. So whenever we were laying them on top of the other shirt, it started getting some of the ink up here. So, but this I just did in vinyl. I wish I wouldn't have, because it took forever to weed. But if I would have just screen printed that, I could have saved a lot of time. But we did screen print the back of this. Right, so let me cut a piece of this. So I just use it as scraps now. Looking for my ink remover. See the ink remover? Spray bottle? Oh, yeah, over there. Oh, yeah. Did it come up? So I just got some ink remover. I'm just gonna spray a little bit on here. I'm just cleaning up the yellow a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and start loading our black shirts on here. I'm gonna turn on the power for the conveyor dryer, and I'll be right back. Right, so that's on. Rodrigo, what's up? So we're gonna turn this on. See if you guys can see this, hopefully. Should be able to. Not sure if you'll be able to hear me from over there, but we'll see. So. Right, so this one I have set for program 1. You can set your temperature, and then whatever your ink tells you. So, what are we doing? So for this one, we're using. So for this one, it tells you on the ink what temperature is supposed to come out of there. So at 330 degrees, that thing will fully cure, right? So I'm gonna set it. You gotta set that thing to about 700 degrees, so that by the time the shirt runs through there, it's like comes out like 300 degrees. Cause it's at 700, but it's not enclosed. So since it's not enclosed, it doesn't get 700 degrees, if that makes sense. Right? So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to turn that on. Not sure if you can see that, but so we're just gonna hit this one. We're gonna put it at 700. We're gonna hit enter, and then it tells you 30 seconds. So 700, 330 degrees for 30 seconds. We're gonna hit start. And as you can see right there, what it's going to do is we're going to put the shirts as they come out, we're going to put them on one side, and then we're going to feed it through. If we're going to put it on that side, it's going to come through and drop into that box. It's quiet now until it gets up to temperature and the blower turns on. So once the blower turns on, it does get a little bit louder. But while that thing's warming up, I'm going to go ahead and start setting these up. So let's do this. It's already done. So same thing, we're just doing this black shirts this time. Same thing. Now I need to remember to move this. So where my white base is right here. So if I do this, 3 to 4 fingers under, and I move this laser down to here, I know my print should be right here, right? So whenever I bring this around and I look at my print, the top of that print should be right there. So we're good. This laser is not straight, but I'm not worried about that laser being straight. So we should be good. Three. Yeah, so we're good with that. Right there. So when I bring this around, put the next one. This one, and no, what I forgot to do was, because this is a 3-print job, it's only 4 pallets. I want to add the glue to this because you see how loose this is? If I'm doing that with the white, it's gonna lift up on it. See how easy that comes off? Can you hear it? Now the blower turned on. So I'm gonna take these back off. So like I said, I don't have, just put this in a, like, you go to the dollar store, get a ketchup bottle, a clear bottle, put some of this inside of there. I just haven't gone, but we'll put a little bit on here. That's probably a lot. So then I just move this in my print area. I try to keep it off the pallet and leave it only on the PMI tape. But I just got some on the pallet, but it's alright. It's water based, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, then we'll go to the next one, do the same thing. Hey Kel, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been crazy, but it's been good, right? So I appreciate you getting tuning in right now. So that's right. So that is the four that we're gonna do. Bring this back around. So now we can add these. Just because it's a 3-color job, I don't want it moving at all. I got extra shirts, but I don't want to use them. That's the goal, right? Order extra, but not use them. But for some reason, I always do. Alright, so now you see if I pull this, it's not coming off as easy as it did the last time without any glue on there. Alright, so there's that one. Wrong way. So I'm gonna go check the temperature that's coming out over there. I'm gonna just throw this shirt in there that we did yesterday. So, dang it, I think my battery's dead. No, the battery on my on this. There a little bit. Yeah, I need to get a new battery. Alright, so we're gonna see if they fall into that box. But my battery's dead on my gun, so I'm not gonna be able to test the actual temperature coming out of there. But I have it set at 720 degrees, so hopefully they'll be good. And that's what I want them to do, just fall in the box like that. So we're gonna come back over here, print this. So hopefully everything goes good, everything sticks. So we're doing our white underbase first. Like I said, this is a 280 mesh. So on the rapid wave, I have it set at 3. The temperature is set at 3, and then the time is set for like 5 seconds. So I let that flash. I just want to look at it. It's over here. 3 under. It's pretty cool because we don't have on this shirt right here. We don't have a lot of fibers, fibrillation or fibrillation, whatever it is. So that looks good right there. And with white ink, because of how thick it is, that's whenever you can come into the problem whenever you pull this up and it's sticking to it. So be careful with that. So there's our the white. Now we're gonna come back with our, this is Kelly green. There's our green, hopefully you can see that. So whenever I did this, I did the underbase, I choked it 6. So all it does is it makes the bottom image a little bit smaller. So if you look right here where it says, it's supposed to say established 2017, there's nothing there. That's because when I choked it, it basically almost took it all the way. Green. I'm gonna do one more coat on the green, so I'm gonna have 2 coats on there. That looks good. Now that second coat, now it's popping like really bright. So and then we'll bring our yellow. Do our yellow next. I just want to make sure that, because I'm not doing the wet on wet, I'm really not too familiar with that right now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to hit it one more time under the flash dryer just to make sure that it's dry. Terry, you would send it to heartandhustleprinting.com. Are we doing the what? Info? Just send an image to? You can send it to info@heartandhustleprinting.com and we'll take a look at it for you, Terry. Do you use Photoshop Illustrator? So whenever I made these images, I made them in Illustrator, and then I use Corel Draw I have a plugin for Corel Draw to separate them. So I use Corel Draw whenever I get ready, I put it into Corel Draw, and I use the plugin called Simple Steps, and with Simple Steps is where I am able to separate it. Just go with 230 mesh and you'll be fine. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but yeah. For this job, I'm using 255 and then I think 280. 255, and 280, yeah. I don't think I have any 230s, but... So now we're going to do our yellow. Looks good. We're going to do the same thing with the yellow. We're going to do 2 passes on it. The first one, basically what is going to cover up the white or whatever it's doing. And then the second one will give us that bright touch. And then, of course, we will have some fibers coming through. So again, with this one, we'll take it to the heat press it so that we can get it to be nice and flat. this to this one. Should have just added the hoodies on here. I didn't think about it. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it looks pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna hit it one more time with the yellow. And then I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take them off and I'm going to put them into the flash dryer over there. I mean the conveyor dryer. Then when they come out, they're gonna fall right into that box. I'm gonna take them out. Yeah. looks good. Hopefully you can see that. Not too sure, but that's how it looks. So we got a couple of these hoodies. This is when it really comes, when you really want to use something to hold that down. Even if you put some brand new PMI tape on there, it's still iffy on how it's going to work, so just be careful. So just be careful whenever you're doing this. We put the glue on there, so I'm going to line this one up. Use your little, way I do it, fill here, good. Whoops, did it again. So these hoodies, we're using Independent Trade Company. These are the ones that they chose for these. So these are the 610s also. The 6010s. What size do you have over there in the black? Smalls. Was there smalls in that box? No, unless it's these, but these are different ones. Oh, that's a small. Yeah, the other one had this stuff. So extra small. Another small. No, just one. That one's good. Alright, so we're getting ready to do these hoodies. I don't know, I've never done it before. I've never done the wet on wet. So I've never, I don't know, I'll give it a try. I've never tried it. You're talking about like print this and then print the next one and print the next one all on top of each other? I've tried it before. Not on purpose, but so I guess I printed it, and then when I went to flash it, it didn't cure enough, and when I brought it back, it just made like a big blur. So I don't know. You know, I just didn't have a good experience with it, so I never did it again. I don't know if there's any good videos out there that show you the exact process on what you're supposed to do whenever it comes time to do that, but this is just the way I've always done it. So these do have a lot of fibers on them, a lot of that's just from the hoodies that I just did right now. White on the hoodies. Make sure if you're doing hoodies, you get, from what I've known, some of y'all probably done this. If you've done this before, you'll probably do it a lot more than me. But if you're doing hoodie, make sure you get a nice, good push so that it doesn't like squirt out, not squirt out, but like spread underneath the mesh or the screen. There's our white under base. Now we're going to switch over to the green again. Green. that was our first pass with green. I'm gonna do it one more time so we can get that nice bright green. What is it? Kelly green. Second pass looks good. There's our green, now we're gonna hit our yellow. That's stuck. Check off contact lens. It's good, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I got the glue. This is what I'm using right here. This is what I use. I don't like the. This is what I like. Water-based, pressure-sensitive adhesive. This is what I put down on my pellets. I don't like that web spray. I don't like using that web spray. I have the web spray here somewhere. I just don't like using it. But that's just me. I'm gonna put these in the conveyor dryer. Okay, bye. Whoa. Right, so that's probably it. That's all the ones that I have for today. Right, so that's it. That's all for today. We did the green hoodies, and we did the black ones. If you guys just got here, let me tell you what is going on. So, go look up SE Shirts and Hoodies on YouTube. He's gonna be doing a giveaway. So, if you guys are interested in it, it's to enter his giveaway. You have to buy a T-shirt, and whenever you buy a T-shirt, it's $100. So you buy a T-shirt for $100. But but with that $100, you get entered into a giveaway for a DTG machine, a pre-treat machine, and a heat press. Or if you don't want that, you can get $15,000 in cash. That's for the first prize. Second prize is a semi-pro Riley Hopkins setup, or $2,000 in cash, and then third prize refund. So I guess you get your $100 back. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys go check them out. SE Shirt and Hoodies. The proceeds will go to Fernando Vargas Fighting Foundation to make renovations and repairs. So if you guys are interested in that giveaway that he's going to be doing, again, first place, DTG pre-treat heat press, or $15K in cash. Second prize, semi-pro Riley Hopkins setup, or $2,000 in cash. Third prize, you get your $100 back. Right? So if you guys are interested in that, check out SE That's where it's at. Check out SE Shirts and Hoodies. You guys can go there, check him out, see what he has to offer. Whenever it comes time for his giveaway, go to his YouTube channel, because that's all I know. If you guys want to find out more about it, you guys can go to his YouTube channel and find out more about it. He's gonna put a video. I guess he's waiting for someone to send him more info for the rest of it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. We're not doing a giveaway today, but I got that stuff over there. This vinyl that I do need to give away from Specialty Materials. They sent to me to give it away, but we're not going to do that today. We'll save that for another video. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy.